Hi, my name is Mike Johns. I'm an amateur beekeeper over here on the east side of Tuscaloosa.
My name is Jackson Peebles and I like to beekeep.
All right, we got to get our bee suits on and we've got to get our smoker going. So you smoke the hive to calm the bees down.
If you don't smoke it, they could attack.
They could get angry with us.
It's like a warning that there's fire.
They think a forest fire is about to happen, and so they fill up with honey, and that calms them down. And also the smoke masks the alarm pheromone that they send out when you open the hive. So they naturally think that something's happening and they'll alert all the other bees. We gotta get all suited up. These keep the bees from going up in your legs.
Now the queen, she can't fly, can she? Or can she?
Oh, she can. That's why you gotta have like a frame because she's bigger than the other bees. And if you don't have a frame, she could fly away and she could die. And then all the other bees would die.
All right, here's your gloves, Jackson. These are long gloves, so you can wrap them over the sleeves.
Yeah, wrap them over the sleeves so they don't fly into your shirt. I'm not scared of them, but if you do anger them, they will threat to sting. You can't get up close without a suit.
You got it, Jackson?
Got it.
All right, we'll go ahead and smoke the hive. Okay, ready? Come over here. Okay, that's good. That's good there.
Okay, now let's get the whole hive.
Okay, Jackson, that's enough.
Got it.
Started with 2 hives and bought 2 packages of bees. You can order bees through the mail, and they come with about 10,000 bees and a queen. And then you install them into a hive. And we did that 4 years ago, and only one of the hives survived. The second hive succumbed to the small hive beetles. They took over, and then all the bees just left. It was just a big mess. But then that hive survived, and then we didn't get any honey that first year because just sort of building up the hives. And then our second year, we had 2 strong hives and ended up getting 96 pounds of honey out of our 2 hives. That's a lot of honey. And then last year was our 3rd year, and we had 4 hives, but only really 1 hive produced honey, but it produced a lot of honey. It was the most I've seen out of a hive. 1 hive we got 256 pounds of honey out of 1 hive. This hive here is now our 5th hive, and it is a swarm that came out of that super strong hive that produced all that honey last year. And this hive is going crazy too. It's producing a lot of honey. So usually in the first year, you don't expect to get any honey out of a hive. They're just sort of building and sort of doing what they do, building up a strong hive. This particular one, they started filling it up with eggs and brood and a lot of bees, and I put a honey super on there just to give them a little more room. We came back to do a check on them just to see how they were doing. They had the honey super completely full. So we said, well, let's put another one on there. And so we did that and checked on it, and they were already filling that one up. So right now, if you look at that hive, there's 2 larger boxes on the bottom. Those are the brood boxes. So that's where they're raising all of the young bees, and they're storing food and things like that, and pollen. And then those top 3, the shorter ones, are the honey supers. And so we have 3 honey supers on there right now. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, good, it didn't kill it.
Now we're looking for the beetles, remember? That's good. This one here, let's just look at a couple of these.
Okay.
Let's look at this middle one right here. How about that?
Thanks. It smells bad. It smells really bad.
What smells bad?
That sap. That sap smells terrible. Oh,
All right, so that's the honey super. They're just working on this one, just starting to.
yes, I want to.
This one's basically empty, so we're gonna pull this one aside for right now. Hold that, Jackson.
Got it.
We're gonna put that one right there.
Oh, yeah. Be careful. There's a bunch of bees. I don't want to kill them.
All right, this one, they're working like on this one pretty good here.
Yeah, you're going to move it?
Let's inspect this one. Get our little rack. Where's our little rack?
This?
You got it? Let's put this one on the side. This will hold our frames.
Here, take a peek at this one.
Well, let's get these ones out of the way first.
Okay, good idea.
See, they're working on that one. See it?
Yeah, that one's doing pretty good. Can I take a look at that other side? Ooh, yeah, no, it's not.
They hadn't built any comb on that yet though.
Yeah, but it's doing pretty good. Oh,
Yep.
careful. Oh, you're gonna be stuck.
Okay, we got it?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ooh, look, they're building the comb on that one.
Oh, that's
See?
black. Why is it black?
It's just a different base foundation. It's black plastic versus the yellow plastic.
Okay.
All right, Jackson, you ready?
Ready.
Look, they're working on that.
Whoa. I'm moving.
All right, we're gonna look at this one.
That fresh honey mixed with that fat doesn't look.
This one, they're actually, look, Jackson, this one, they're actually putting eggs over here. You see it? So that's kind of a little unusual what they're doing there. All right, look at this one, Jackson, watch. This one's a full, they're doing a good job with that. See that one?
Holy cow, look at that. Oh, hey, look at this. Film that, film that. Look at that. It's a bee eating. Look at that. It's a bee eating honey. Look at
Yeah, I
that.
see them. They're eating on this one too.
They are? Cool.
Let's check at this one. This one's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Holy, they're sealing it up. Look at that. They're sealing it up.
Yep, they're starting to cap that.
Do you see the queen?
Not yet.
Dang it.
Probably won't see the queen all the way up here in the honey supers.
The queen is, it's like an inch. It's really big. Yeah,
Bigger than the other ones,
yeah.
that's right.
Sometimes beekeepers mark them, like put like a red dot on them.
Okay.
Yep.
That look good, Jackson? Hold that.
Got it.
Got it?
Got it.
We'll calm these ones down a little bit,
Okay.
especially the next one that we do. All right, you hold this. You hold the smoker.
Oh, that stinks. Oh,
It smells like smoke.
oh my gosh, that's a bunch of honeycomb. Look at that. Look at that.
Ooh, yeah.
Dude, film that. Film that. Look at that. They're eating it.
Here,
I'm moving.
we're gonna scoop that off of there.
Oh yeah.
Look, they got honey in there.
Oh yeah. Here, give me that. I'll take that.
You can't eat it yet, though. Go put it on the back of the thing over there. Jackson, this one's got a lot of honey. Get to work over here. What are you doing? This one's got a lot of honey in it.
Oh yeah, is that heavy?
Yes, it's heavy.
Woo-hoo.
Woo! You see, it's all capped. Look on this side.
Oh my god.
See that? This is what a honey frame should look like. I'll show everybody.
That smells good. That smells okay.
Look at that. All that's full capped honey,
Only if you mix it and nobody eats it.
ready to be eaten. We're in a part of the season right now called the honey flow. And this is the time when there's a lot of pollen producing and nectar producing things. And so they build comb rapidly right now. The pollen's the feed, it's the food source, protein source. The nectar is really what you're looking for producing the honey. And so this time of year, a lot of what you're getting is clover. Clover is a very important nectar source. All right, now this is the brood box. This is where they're making all the baby bees. Get that rack there, Jackson, let's put it on here. So this one is where you start seeing a lot of the bees. They're not really working on this frame. There's no honeycomb, but there's a lot of bees on it.
Look at that. Oh, I think I saw the queen. I think it was a big bee on the other side. Do you see it?
It might be a drone.
Do you see a drone?
If it's a big body, it's usually a drone.
Yeah, I think I saw a big body.
Big fat one? All right, we're gonna look in here. We're gonna start to see.
Holy cow, there's a bee barreling itself in it.
Start to see, this is one where they have food stored in their brood box. All right, now this one is where they're starting to do the eggs.
Yeah, smoke it.
This is a great frame. You see all those eggs on there? Everything's capped, but that's not honey. That's all eggs and capped larvae. So this colony right here is about to
Oh, look at
hatch
that.
a lot of
There's
bees.
3 bees eating honey. Look at that. Look at that. 3 bees.
And the comb that's down here, Jackson, you see that? That's drone comb down here. Drone comb. So the drones are the male bees and they go up and fly up above waiting for a queen one day. It's looking pretty healthy.
I found the queen. I freaking found. Is that the queen or a drone?
No, that's the drone.
Oh yeah, I found a drone.
That's a drone. The queen is, I almost never see the queen because I don't really look for her.
Holy cow, the bees get sticky.
Sticky?
Yeah, because honey might drop on them.
No, they clean each other off. You know, one of the things you do when you install a new package of bees, when you get your hive, Jackson, when you put the bees in there, sometimes you can take and you can squirt them with sugar water. You squirt all the bees with sugar water and that calms them down. And it gets them where they're cleaning each other off. There we go. It's got some eggs in there, see?
That's good.
We got some, see the larvae in here, Jackson? Look all the way down the bottom. You can see the babies, see the larvae? Let's look at this one, Jackson. Woo, look at that. This one's got a lot of larvae on it, so.
Look at that, that's a big drone. Look at
There's
that,
a drone, that's a big drone.
Yeah.
Let's look at this one.
Let's take a peek at that one.
How's that look? Ooh, that's got a lot of caps. See all the capped brood?
Look at that, I'm gonna stick my hand in it, Nana.
No, be careful though, because the queen might be in there.
The queen?
You never know.
Let me see, let me see.
We're looking for the queen, but we don't see her yet. Ooh, look at that. That looks good. That's a good pattern.
You see a queen?
I see
Hey,
a
what's
queen
that?
cup. That's a queen cup.
Why do you break the queen cup?
Just so that they won't produce a queen in there.
Oh, because you don't want another queen?
I don't want another queen. I don't want them to swarm. Looking good. So all we're doing on the hive inspection is just looking for any problems. You're looking for signs of some diseases that they might have. There's another parasite called a wax moth that we're looking for, and they don't have that. They have some diseases called, you know, one of the common ones is American foul brood. Haven't had that.
If I weren't wearing a bee suit, I'd be being stung to death.
They are stinging me, Jackson.
You feel the stings?
Yeah, they crawl up in here. I've got 2 stings on my chin.
Dang, and you didn't say a word?
Nope. I've been stung a lot. So that's a good strong hive. You know, this hive right here is pollinating things up to a mile away. And so we've got 5 hives. Each one of these hives probably has tens of thousands of bees in them. Not all of them are going out pollinating, but most of them are. And so that's a huge benefit. So nothing survives without bees.